Okay, I am playing Strange Horticulture. I've never played it before. I've decided to record it. Mostly, I actually have two objectives. One is I need to get better at talking. The pandemic has not been kind on my already struggling ability to articulate things and to speak clearly and to not mumble. And the other is I just tend to get really annoyed with games really early on and throw them out with the bathwater. Is that the phrase I want? Anyway, articulation. And I feel like if I'm videoing it, I'll have an extra kind of incentive to keep on with it, even if it's not grabbing me right away, or even if it does something that annoys me. So, recently, the shop passed to me after the death of my uncle. There is much to learn, but one thing is already clear. The rare and unusual plants that he stocked have their uses after all. Day 1, Friday. Game features some small text. You can... That's interesting. The text is too small, you can zoom in or out. Okay. So one of the reasons this was recommended to me is that it has an interesting map, a good map, and I love maps. I also love conspiracy boards, and this is already feeling like a conspiracy board. I feel like I'm going to get to place other notes on here and sort of decide where they go. And just be able to sort of zoom in and out on the UI is just it's a very map/conspiracy board thing. I've grouped those two things together because in our game, the conspiracy board is the map. The conspiracy board is like stapled onto the map. I found it. An excerpt on the elusive wandering boo. Come to the library in Ambleside and I'll tell you all about it. I even found something on the gilded dendra that might be of interest. Simone. P.S. Give Hellbore a good scratch behind the ear from me. Okay. Which one is Hellbore? Ooh. I can microscope it. It has a scratch in the back of my throat. I mean, Hellbore is a real plant, isn't it? I don't know if the others are. Or perhaps it's Hellebore. Am I right on taking that to be an R? I think I am. Yeah, there's an excerpt there, isn't it? Alright. Is the bell pulsing? Yes, it is. Ooh. Hello. I must have walked past the shop 100 times without ever stopping to look. What a wonderful place to spend your day, surrounded by plants. I came here because I have an unusual request. At night I hear whispered voices, too faint to hear clearly, coming from the floor above me, but nobody lives up there. I think somebody does live up there. The rooms are empty. I don't think they are. I think someone's whispering there. My curiosity has got the better of me. I must find out what they are saying. St. John's Poppy. There's a bit of a logical leap here from like problem to solution. I must find out what a whisper coming from nowhere is saying. Therefore, St. John's Poppy. What is this little thing? Give me that. That's a picture of... looks like a sort of, oh, what do you call it? Dunno. It's like a bell kind of plant. This could produce that. I have a compass labelled the will to explore. Whoa. Oh, these are meters. These are going to fill up. But this one is not a meter, is it? Okay, well, I'm just wondering... See, if I do this I get descriptions, but that doesn't help me. That's never going to get me to what St. John's Poppy is. I realise... Well, okay, first of all, this is... Aha! There's an almanac. Love a good almanac. Oh, it's a Wilfrid Voynich. This is a reference to the Voynich manuscript, which is a manuscript that's written in a language no one's been able to decipher. Best guess is somebody just sort of made up a language and wrote a whole sort of... it looks like a naturalist's book. Is it naturalist or naturist? I always get them mixed up. But someone studying creatures and plants. But all the creatures and plants are fantastical, and so is the language. A note from the author. I'm just doing all this, like, while this woman is... She hasn't even said what she wants yet, but I'm just like... Apparently the conversation will not continue until I present as St. John's Poppy. I'm going to say that again, because I totally mumbled it. Apparently, the conversation won't continue until I present as St. John's Poppy. This encyclopedia can be used as a reference to help identify plants. Note that where I've included sketches, these are not always intended as an aid to identification. Well, what the fuck are you doing it for then, you idiot? You had one job! Often the description will be more useful. Whoa! This is not relevant to the video, but we just got some lightning. Okay, now it's relevant to the video. I don't know if you heard that. Damn! That was bright. I mean, perfect for... It's not actually raining here yet, but I assume it will. At which point it will be perfect atmosphere for playing this. Remember to take extra care when dealing with poisonous plants. Okay, wouldn't have thought of that. I accept no responsibility should injury or death occur as a result of misuse of this encyclopedia. Alright, St. John's Poppy, let's jump straight to the good stuff. It's got kind of square leaves, or like blunt-ended leaves. You know, this is the first one. Oh no, it's this one. It's definitely this one. I will read it though. Vibrant petals can be brewed to create a draft. A draft? A draft. That can greatly improve the imbiber's hearing ability. Oh, okay. Well, now it makes sense. St. John's Poppy sounds real. St. John's Wort is definitely real. But I don't think it would improve your hearing. I wonder, what I'm trying to figure out is it totally fantasy, or is it something where they take sort of folklore and legend and just make it fact? Spot. Plant identified. I mean, we don't know yet. She probably doesn't know what it looks like. Clavilium. Marsilia clavis. According to legend, clavilium can be used to open any lock. Alright, game. Sure, sure. The heart-shaped leaves have learned this plant the nickname Lovelock. Lovelock's a nice word. Click to close and add to book. I mean, why? Like, why did giving her that plant cause me to know what a different plant is? What's that? Contents. Yeah. Okay, well, now I'm curious about this thing. I wonder if I can just leaf through this and see if we come across it. I know that I don't need to figure this out yet, but... It's awkward that you can't sort of... Oh, you can stash things. Great. Ooh, there's another letter. Dangerous plant grows sparsely in the hills in the northeast of Back Barrow. Keep it secret. Well, that does not go with this because it's different paper. Apart from anything else. I think that's the end of the book and we didn't come across it, so these are mysteries. Ooh, do I decide whether it's a clue? I think I do, yeah. Nope, I don't. It's a letter. I mean, is it though? A mysterious drawing with no explanation, you would consider that a letter and not a clue? Ooh, hello. I don't know quite what I'm doing here. Alright, I guess I can ding to get the next customer. I feel like there's... Ooh, I can scroll around. Wow. Big shells. Alright. David Chafer. Good morning. Bloody awful weather out here today. Good for the plants though, eh? Got a letter for you. Very well. It's full of compasses, dude. You've given me a letter full of like 9 compasses. And I already had a compass. Gosforth is a hateful town. I was beaten and robbed and left to die in the streets. After many days I was rescued by a kind stranger, just as I had come to fear that the wickedness had infected the heart of every soul in that cursed place. Man, great atmosphere for this. It is raining here now. I began my recovery in the woods to the south of the town. Fucking hell! I really hope you can hear that thunder, because that's incredible. If you can hear it, that is not the game, that is happening in real life. I began my recovery in the woods in the south of town with a group of travellers. I like the sound of this. On the northeast corner of the woods, I sat and stared at a bright flower, and tears flowed down my face at the reminder that there is beauty in this world. I shall be returning to Undermere soon. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. So we know where this person is if we ever want to go find them. I don't know if we're going to get the chance to go and snoop around. Northeast of Back Barrow. Keeping that open because it's intriguing. Gilbert Ames. Something's got those witches in the forest stirred up. They're not letting anyone through. I had to take the long way round down through Back Barrow. Hello, hello, hello. Never did trust that sisterhood. Anyway, I'm here now, and I brought the fennet from the south to trade for some lemon dandy. As you do. I thought you might be in here with some fennet to trade for some lemon dandy. Hardly worth the trouble when you factor in all the miles I've had to cover to get here. So I wonder if the other plant that I got identified was something that the lady gave to me in exchange for the one that I gave her? That is not traditionally how a botanist works. No, what are we? A florist? You don't generally have your customers bring in other plants to you to trade. But fine. So, lemon dandy. Is that in the contents? Lemon dandy. I'm going to assume it's going to be yellow. So it's sort of a bushy... looks a bit like that. But is it? Its curled leaves are thought to be the origin and the name of this plant, supposedly referring to peeled lemon rind. Oh, yep, it's definitely this. Oh, this is the one he gave me, right? Oh, wait, he didn't tell me... Oh, shit, he did tell me what it was. What did he say? Some... Oh, fuck, what was it? Thellium or something? Damn it. Should have paid more attention. I didn't know he was going to give me the plant, but not, like, a tag. I mean, maybe I can just find it in my book. I would know the name again if I saw it. Was it Clavilium? I've heard that name. No. I think I heard that name somewhere else. No, whatever he said, it's not here. What's this? Ah, map! Good old map. Damn, that's a nice map. I gravitated immediately to Killington Lake. I will say the zoom is not good. Like, what the fuck, man? You should zoom to the cursor, not... Oh my god, have they done... Okay, this is a bit of a tangent, but... Let me just check something. Yes. Okay, so... Supreme Commander is the king of zoom. It's a strategy game in which you can zoom very far in and very far out, but more than that, the way the zoom works is incredibly intuitive and incredibly useful. So much so that you never need to pan, because it will always zoom to the cursor. And it zooms to the cursor in such a way that if your cursor is over Calder Abbey when you start to scroll wheel up, your cursor will still be over Calder Abbey when it zooms in. And in my spare time, I've been sort of tinkering around with an RTS sort of prototype. You know, it's way off being anything interesting, but the first thing I wanted to get working was that strategic zoom, is what it's called. Basically, zoom to cursor. And the way you think it works intuitively is not how it works. You think, okay, I put my cursor over Wastwater, and when I zoom in, Wastwater will be centered. That was my first thought. So I tried that. That does not work. That might be what they're trying to do. I'm not quite sure where they're centering it. But basically, to get the cursor to stay in the same position on the map, you have to do a bit of trickery to sort of maintain the cursor's world position once the zoom has happened. And then there's a whole other quirk to it, which is that that only works... Damn! Got some great thunder again. That only works if, when you zoom out, you don't center on the cursor. When you zoom out, you want to maintain the center of the frame staying where it is. So if McGill Head is in the center when I start zooming out, McGill Head stays in the center. This is doing neither. I'm actually not sure what this is doing. I think it's just pulling me back towards the center, and when I zoom in, I don't know what it's doing when I zoom in, but it's terrible. Like, that just... If your cursor is not near the center when you zoom in, just crazy things happen. I mean, that time, Tibet did end up in the center, but that's not generally true, is it? I suppose the Abbey goes closer to the center. But anyway, Supreme Commander's zoom is incredibly good, and it's much more complex than you think it is. The fact that it feels intuitive is a result of a bunch of rules that individually are not that intuitive. I mean, I can see all this stuff, but it's not going to tell me anything, is it? It's not like I can go there. I think I'll reserve this for when I have the opportunity to actually go somewhere. Yeah, was it Velium or something? Face Swift. My dreams are becoming more vivid. Is this someone I know? I saw a woman, her face hidden behind a mask, and next to her a terrifying black skeletal creature. It stood tall, its roving head scanning the landscape, and though it had no discernible face, I could sense a hint of an expression about its features. It seemed to be laughing. Not the joyous laughter of a child, a sickly, horrifying laughter that chilled me like the first breath of winter. These past weeks have been getting worse. I need sleep. Damn, she is real familiar with me. It is like we are old friends. But I thought I had just set the shop up. Forest Camphor. Certainly have that in the book. Do we have it in the shop? It looks like this one to me. Strong smelling bulb of this plant has a powerful soporific effect. Okay, yeah. That sounds like what she wants. Wait, is it what she wants? Okay, so the vivid dream is waking her up, I guess. She doesn't say that, but I guess it's scary enough that she wakes up and therefore she needs more sleep. Because at first glance, something that puts you to sleep is not what you want if you're having terrible dreams. Hopefully it also suppresses dreams in some way, because just sleeping more ain't going to fix your problem, lady. Anyway, it doesn't say that it's purple. Oh wait. Produces a round dark blue cluster made up of many small flowers. I do see some dark blue there. Sweet scent. Strong smelling. Gotta say, the descriptions are not great, are they? They don't mention, like, what colour are the petals meant. That's a huge indicator. That is... Oh, what about this? Hello, this looks more like it. This is all dark blue. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Pungent, but not unpleasant. Okay, strong smelling. So sweet smelling... I mean, sweet smelling and strong smelling are not mutually exclusive, but I think in this case we're supposed to take it that they kind of are. I love that the description of the thing I'm fucking looking at tells me what colour it is, but the description of the book that's black and white doesn't. I wonder what happens if you give them the wrong thing. Do you think you can, like, hurt people? Butterdale, love that. Buttrium dixerat. Good old Buttrium dixerat. Buttrium dixerat PI sounds like a good title for something. Often found growing in clumps on valley sides, Butterdale has been used for centuries as a cure for all manner of skin rashes. The dark green leaves can be stewed and mulched to form a poultice. Love the words in this game. The flowers smell buttery to some people. Reading between the lines, the author of this book does not think they smell buttery. Alright, I mean, oh, will to explore. Oh, okay, that's what that bar is for. It's filling up my will to explore. And then... when I opened that letter, 9 compasses fell out. That's because the letter referred to specific places, and that filled my urge to go looking for them. So I want to find this guy who's recovering from in the forest. Began my recovery in the woods to the south of the town. Oh, south of the town, which is Gosforth. Northeast corner of the wood to the south of Gosforth. Let's look for Gosforth. Apologies if you've seen it before me. There it is. So woods to the south for sure, and then south. What was it? Northeast corner of the wood. So that corner. The wood has a calming effect on my mind. It does me good to escape into nature. In pouring rain, away from the stench and clamour of Undermere. It is not long before I spy a bright flower among the trees. Okay. I don't mind telling you, I wasn't looking for a flower. I was looking for the fucking dude, my friend, who's been frickin' mugged. I didn't get to say hi to him or anything? Oh, this is supposed to be just a lead on a flower. They think I'm so fucking plant crazy that when I read this about my friend being beaten almost to death and left in the streets for days, what I was supposed to take away was like, oh cool, there's a nice flower you say, I'll go get that. This is one of the very rare occasions when I've been too human for the game. Oh. 1 second, I have to go take something out of the freezer. Luckily, nature filled in the gap there with a huge peal of thunder. Okay, so I've lost my will to explore now, so screw anyone else who's in danger. Nora Butterfield. Got any wandering boo? That always reminds me of... oh, what's his name? That old hermit, inventor, the Wanderer. Anyway, the boo if you got it. Alright, I have seen the name Boo somewhere. I think it was in this. I found it, an excerpt on the elusive wandering Boo. Come to the library in Ambleside. Oh shit, okay, I've got enough world to explore. Lady, could you wait here for 7 to 10 days? I mean, yeah, I think that's just what I gotta do. I gotta go to Ambleside. I didn't, when I read that at first, it didn't sound like a thing I could just do. In fact, I don't think I could do it when I read it. The library here in Ambleside is one of my favourite haunts. Simone, the librarian, is always helpful and friendly and shares some of my passion for unusual plants. The funny thing is, like, I think I have the plant, and I just don't know what it is. And I've got to go to another city. Couldn't she have sent me the entry? Like, just draw it out, whatever. Yeah, you could have just included this in your letter. It wouldn't take long to copy that. I'm so sorry, Nora. I realise I've been away for a week. So, Wandering Boo, yes. No, don't go away. I wasn't done with you. I mean, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at there. That is just a... That's a... I don't know what the word for them is, but one of those, like, brainstorm plasma balls where you put your fingers on them and the lightning bolts go to you. It does not appear to be a plant. So cool, because this fungus can move slowly in the dark. It has been known to cover distances of several meters in a single night. The gills on the underside of this mushroom form beautiful flowing lines. Okay, this is from the underside. They're also quite hard and sharp. Giving this plant the nickname Fingers Bane. Alright, well, that's a mushroom, but I don't see it being that one. Oh, what about this? Oh, I wish I could just drag it. Like, why do I have to put it in a different place? Why don't I just put it in the microscope? Stronger soured milk. Well, that is not mentioned in there, is there? You know what would be a real cute thing is if they've put it way at the edge because it's wandered. I guess it's in a pot. Not as spongy. The underside is somewhat sharp. Red spores protrude from the caps. Well, that would be great if this book ever mentioned colours. I think it's got to be that. I think I've only got 2 fungi. But I mean, this is making a player-based supposition that I must have this thing. I don't think it's in fiction. I don't think there's any reason for me to suppose that I do have it. Like, your girl's letter does not say that I have it, right? Okay. Well, let's give it a go. She's waited a week. I'm correct, apparently. Lady of Summer. Comatessa astavium. The leaves curl round delightfully, which combined with an attractive flower and a hardy nature make this a sought-after ornamental plant. Aids with conditions of memory deterioration associated with old age. My will to explore is filled out, but I don't have another lead, really. I guess I'll just end my day. I hope my will to explore survives the night. Alright, I'm going to stop this video here and resume it shortly. Alright, let's see how we even get to day 2. It started when she found something she was not meant to find. A book tucked away in a forgotten corner of the Ambleside library. I wonder who she is. I do know Simone, who is a librarian, but also I could be a woman. I'm expecting my sense of dread to rise this day. So I've still got goodwill to explore. Muted. Okay, hope that didn't fuck anything up. I'm gonna have to reduce the volume a bit. Alright. Row H, the third river. Shall I just look at the map and just see if I understand? Why is this ever folded in? What's the point of the drawer not being out? That's similar. Damn, the fact that the map fills the entire canvas and there is no other place to put things is a bit of an issue. I suppose, is there something called the third river? Would be a good question. No, not that I can see. So now I'm looking for that bend and that island is characteristic. I don't see it. I see bends and I see islands, but... And it couldn't be the other way up, could it? Because... I don't know. Oh, row H! Oh, maybe it's... I think it's maybe this from another angle? No. Row H. There are rivers for sure. I wonder, like, if I zoom in more, do I get more detail? Oh god, this fucking zoom is crazy. Why does it jump around so much? I mean, row H really feels like it's telling me it's on this map specifically. Oh, it goes up, it stops at row H. I see what they're saying. So this one stops at row H. So it could be that, but I don't see that island. Do you? Oh, there's this one also? No, that doesn't go to row H. This one stops at row H. So I'm pretty confident it's this river. But where's that? Oh my god, this zoom is absolutely ridiculous. Why would I even want to zoom in on this? This is the area where I can put notes and stuff. How do I get the camera to just be in this corner? Okay. Oh my god. I'm sorry if this is annoying you, it's annoying me too. What I'm wondering now is, like, could this be showing me something that isn't on the map? Is that why it's been... we're looking for a secret, then perhaps it's not on maps. And if so, is that... if so, there's several problems. One is the whole stopping on row H thing is irrelevant if this river isn't even on the map, which means I'm looking at the wrong one. But the fact that there is exactly one river that stops exactly at row H really tells me this is the river. But it just doesn't look like it. This river never bends like that. It doesn't have a cook? I'm trying to say kink, I guess. Maybe somewhere between crook and kink. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this. I mean, I know I don't have to do anything yet, but it's a weirdness. Got a will to explore, but I don't know what to do with it. Oh, what is this back barrow thing? Dangerous plant grows sparsely in the hills to the northeast of Back Barrow. I mean, let's see if that's... how many tiles are we talking here? Back Barrow, hills to the northeast. Well, there's just one tile of hills, isn't there? I would call that north, though. But then if we're talking about these hills, you'd say... probably use Whip Barrow. Wait, what is... oh, 250 meters is the height. I get it. Sure, let's go there. Let's check it out. I got will to explore to burn. The weather changes fast out in the hills. What started as a grey morning has turned into bright sunshine. A good thing too, because it takes me several hours to find what I came for. By the time I'm done, the cloud is sweeping back over, a cloak of unwelcome shade. Not acquired. What was it? Oh, you don't know. Just a dangerous plant. Red fruit, long flat leaves. Should I have been labelling all this stuff? No, because every time I've known what something is, I've given it to somebody, so I can't label it. It would be a very different game if you gave people just a clipping of what they asked for. But I've been just handing over the whole fucking plant, which is a bit crazy. That's not really how, you know, plant-based medicine works, right? You would give someone a clipping, like the seeds or the petals or whatever. They might not even know how to use it. Maybe it's got to be like dried and turned into a tea or something. Oh, this just goes up over time. Does that mean that dread is going to go up over time? I kind of hope not. Oh, that is checked off now. Maybe I put it in the archive. Ah, okay. I think it has automatically archived some letters now, just to sort of tell me that you know, I don't have to do anything else. I haven't even looked at this. This looks very occult, doesn't it? In fact, is that something I should know what it is? I mean, I recognise a lot of those symbols individually, but I'm wondering if there's a, you know, if that's a real thing that exists. I'm not very articulate. Alright. Hit me, Isidore Burbridge. What you got? Bring me a sample of Apis demesis. And be quick about it, that damn cat is setting off my allergies. Shouldn't have an animal in a shop like this. Okay. Apis demesis. What? Why are you questioning, Mark? He's told me fucking what it is. It's Apis demesis. I suppose it's that we don't know the common name, but that won't be hard to find. Oh, candy root. Oh no, Gandhi root, I think. A plant with medicinal properties that can aid in digestive troubles when prepared correctly. Care must be taken, however, as the rough leaves can be irritant. Only the petals are safe for consumption. Does he know that? I mean, it sounds like it's not his first visit, so probably yes. This looks like it. Single sweet-smelling dark flower. Does anything here suggest that it's got no... It's just about purpose. It doesn't tell you anything about fire identification. But I mean, it does look a hell of a lot like it. Actually, does it? Does it look like it? Because these petals really curl out, and these ones really don't. And the stamen, or whatever it is, this one has multiples for one flower, and this one only has one. Hey! Now this one has no stamen, and its petals are kind of sharp. Let's see if anything... Oh. A single pink flower that smells pleasant. These fucking descriptions are terrible. Is this, No. Alright, I'm gonna keep looking. I'm not satisfied with either of those. Blue is still my best guess. Oh, what about this? Hello. Leaves are too coarse to touch. That sounds familiar. Rough leaves can be irritant. Okay, that's it. I mean, should I label it first? They should use the same font for this so I can tell what the hell I'm saying, but... I don't know if there's any reason to do that. Like, I'm not going to get that plant back specifically. Oh, I suppose this big ceremony over the fact that it's identified suggests the game has in some way recorded that I know what this is. Is it going to feed that back to me at some point? The beautiful flower is made up of many smaller florets. Make this a sought-after decorative plant, although it is difficult to care for. It may be a pleasant-looking plant, but touching leaves against bare skin will result in painful sores. Yeah, I don't understand that mechanic in terms of, like, what's the explanation for it? Why am I just being told what other plants are? Actually, no one's waiting at the bell, and I've got this urge to explore, but I don't have any other leads, really, do I? Oh! Oh! I gave him it, but it stayed there. Maybe the game works exactly as I thought it would. As I thought it should. That was the Wandering Boo, wasn't it? I'm supposed to be labelling all of these. Fuck. I just never noticed they didn't disappear from my shelf, because it makes you drag the whole plant in there. And there's no sort of, like, indication that you're just giving a clipping. Maybe this... Because isn't this the one with the lemon peel leaves? Oh no, this is the one with the lemon peel leaves. But I don't remember what the hell that was now. I'm going to go back and... I guess all the ones I've identified. Forest camphor. Dark blue. That was this one, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh no. I thought for a minute I was out of labels. Okay, this makes way more sense. It was weird that I wasn't able to label these things. Dandy root I've already done. Lemon dandy. Good old lemon dandy. I don't... Was it this one? Oh yeah, because the lemon peel leaves. And St. John's poppy, our old friend. I don't super remember what this one looked like. Oh, it was this one, wasn't it? Vibrant petals, again. Studiously avoiding mentioning any colour. I mean, maybe charitably it's it varies from specimen to specimen. I'm a bad typist. Alright, Wandering Boos are done. Okay, that's everything I think. That's all I know. Unless, was there one... I remember Butterdale being a big deal. Oh, that wasn't... I didn't have to give it to anyone. Okay. Alright, now I'm allowed to have a customer. It's old David Schaefer. I know you. Lake Gundermere's looking fine in the sunshine today. Here's your mail. Is it full of compasses? No, not this time. Oh, it's the same old guy though. There's an old slate mine at Hard Knot that has some interesting looking fungi growing in it. I've never seen anything like them before. They seem to have found a niche in the damp, dark tunnels left by the tramways. I thought you might be interested. Almost regards Amos Duncan. Poor old fucking Amos. He's going through life-changing trauma and he keeps just giving me tips on fungi. Alright, I can go there. I've got will to explore to spare. So hard knot, slate mine. I don't see any other clues. Hard knot, maybe I'll just go there. I guess it might be just the name of the mine. An iron gate rusted by years of abandonment sits across the entrance to the tram tunnel. Rusted it may be, but it won't budge. Locked. Despite being rusted, it's also rusted shut. Oh, Clavilium can open any lock, can't it? That's so fucking stupid. Yep, give me Clavilium. I've never correctly identified it before, but I bet I have some. According to legend, Clavilium, yeah. Heart-shaped leaves. I don't see any flowers on there, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't have flowers, because the illustrator is an idiot. I mean... that would be a stretch, wouldn't it? Smooth, waxy leaves. Those are not heart-shaped. Those are just ovals. Teardrop, if anything. I want to put more of these plants just together, because I don't know why they're spread out like this. Except for old Stinky there. Is it possible that it's talking about a flower that does have flowers, and I'm supposed to be looking at the leaves of those? Putting those labels on is good because it just eliminates things from your inquiries a bit. Oh, there you go. There's some heart-shaped leaves. Flowers are made up of many smaller blue flowers. They smell pleasant. I mean, that neither the description nor the drawing gives me any confidence that this is right. But it's the only thing I've got with heart-shaped leaves, so I think I'm going to give it a shot. That worked? Okay. Clavilium it is. Alright, I gotta breeze through these because... oh. I want to label this while I still remember. It was that, wasn't it? And now give me all these fucking plants. Wow, 3 weird fungi. I guess that's archivable now. What is this for? Why have you given me this? I still think it's a clue. I don't think that's a ladder. Maybe all clues are for one particular thing. Reuben Ward. I'm heading to Grisdale Forest. I'm investigating a possible murder there. Hello. Can't say I'm looking forward to it. The Sisterhood are a secretive lot and they're not keen to talk to me. Their leader, the Arda, or whatever they call her, she's dead. My instinct says they're hiding something. I was hoping you might have some fox button that would help me win them over. Let me see. Sounds like a ladder. An offering of fox button is considered by some to represent a contract of friendship between strangers. Thick, shiny leaves grow in opposing pairs along the stems. That is right for the leaves, so is that. I wish you'd mentioned the fucking flowers, mate. I mean, just fucking lesson 1 in identifying plants. Like, it might be flowering. If it's flowering, tell me what the fucking flower is. Thick, shiny leaves. Let's see if the microscope says anything about that. Stiff leaves. Ugh. Smells of nothing. Well, if it doesn't smell of anything, maybe focus on its other properties, like whether the leaves are thick and shiny. I mean, is that ladder? Leaves. Small leaves, delicate flowers. You got nothing for me. The microscope and the book are useless. Oh wait, what's that? Did I already look at this one? Yes, I did. Maybe don't highlight these arrows if there's nothing over there. I think I've got it all centralized now. Yeah. Alright, so let's look at the type of leaves. These remind me, in real life, of sort of succulent leaves. And they do say thick, shiny. That's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. That just looks right, doesn't it? And fucking. I'm so mad that the fucking microscope tells you this smells of nothing. Great. Thank you, microscope. Thank you, object that magnifies my vision of something. Yeah, it's not that. Alright, I'm gonna give him this. Let's hope I didn't poison you! Or the sisterhood or whatever. Alright, fox button. It's funny, it shows you a label saying fox button, but it doesn't label the thing with fox button. I've got to do that. I don't know why labels are like an object you can lie on the table. Why don't I just drag it from there to there, and when I'm done, it should go back to where it came from. Big urge to explore, but I've got nothing to do. I don't have any clues, except this one, which I don't understand. Here's a thought. Okay, my new thought is, why doesn't the map fucking unfold anymore? What's the problem? Okay. What if I put this on the map? Put this on Undermere. It's centered on Undermere. I'm just wondering where these symbols point. Have I seen any of these symbols anywhere else? No, right? Where's H? I mean, no. That river goes to Wastwater. Wastwater. And so I don't think you can say it ends on H. I don't see anything to do with that. Oh! Don't those look kind of similar? They do. Voynich. I wonder if the Voynich manuscript is going to come up. Maybe it's... I don't really see anything to do with that. I think I'm grasping at straws here. Yeah, so the thing that's on the cover. Shall I just quickly look through and just see if I spot anything that sort of leaps out as being bellflower shaped? It's not going to show the fucking flowers though, that's the problem. Oh hey, look at this. 2 stamen. That is this one, isn't it? Lady of Summer. The leaves curl around delightfully, combined with attractive flower and hardy nature, make this a sought-after ornamental plant. Aids with the conditions of memory. I'm going to label that. I think that's conclusive enough. Although, would you say those petals curl out? They do a bit, don't they? Not as much as this one, but... I'm ready to call it. I'm going to label that if I can. Yeah, I just don't think I have anywhere to explore. I'll just keep going through customers. Victoria Gray. I was able to make out the whispered voices last night with the help of some Jones Poppy. Great. Cool, that seems like the right solution. There's a medium using the room, illegally I might add. I told you there was just someone up there. Why did you think it was empty? You hear it whispering, you think there is someone up there after all. Even if, previously, I had no reason to suppose there was someone up there. Now I fucking do! There's whispers! When you see someone in a room, do you think, oh that's weird, I'm seeing a person in an empty room. There's no one here, yet somehow I'm seeing someone. No! You conclude from the fact that you're seeing them that there's someone there! Is there a plant you know of that I could use to give them a scare and help drive them away? I need my sleep. Why don't I just give you the sleeping one, mate? I've got a sleeping one. You don't have to torment a medium. Oh, that's interesting. This is... No, it's not interesting. It's boring. I thought I was going to have to find a plant that has those properties, but actually no, she's told me the name. I mean, she hasn't, but the game has. Which is weird, because the challenge of the game is to identify these things. Anyway, when the bushy blue flower heads die back, they release seeds with a downy pappus, which assists in wind dispersal. Once dried and hardened, the stems can be burned as incense. As they burn, they let out a high-pitched shriek, widely believed to be the spirits of dead souls trapped within the plant. Well, no, I would say they are burning... What are they? Stems. Alright, you want that. What does it look like, though? It's sort of almost spiky, that shape. I don't know what this is. Is that sort of leaves or part of the stem? I think we're looking at the back of the flower, aren't we? I think that's the stem leading into the flower, and the flower is facing away from us, which is not super helpful. This one's got the kind of right bushy appearance, but I don't think it's going to be this. What does it actually say? Bushy blue flower heads. Oh, those are bushy blue flower heads for sure, aren't they? So is that, but we know what that is. That's forest camphor. Actually, you know what's interesting is we can see the back of these. You know, I look at this and I see a very swollen stem behind it. It's obviously a seed pod or something. But this drawing, to me, that doesn't read as a bulbous stem. That reads as something separate to the stem. It's like a cobra, isn't it? That there's sort of wings on the side. And okay, it's 2D, so maybe we're looking at a 3D bulbous thing that's in front of the stem. But this in no way shows a stem going behind the bulbous thing. You would never see a line going through that, would you? I actually think this contradicts it, but the game did basically come with a disclaimer saying these drawings are going to be shit, ignore them. Let me just see if there's anything else with bushy, or rather if there's nothing else with bushy blue flowers, then it's got to be this, isn't it? Hope it doesn't kill you! That screen's got to mean I got it right, hasn't it? Shimmerlung. Dried stem of the shimmerlung burns very brightly and noisily, setting off a near blinding white-purple light. Flowers grow wrapped in large, rich leaves. Let's label that. Come on. Someone tell me to go somewhere. Bethany Coleman, you may have heard the rumours that our Arda is dead. May Arduina bring her spirit peace. The nature of her death is unusual. I know, I just sent a detective out there. The sister does not often look to outside help, but this is beyond our knowledge. If you show my sisters this letter, they will allow you entry to the forest. Okay. Be assured of your discretion. We require that you... Oh, to be assured of your discretion, we require that you use Mary's breath to blind yourself to secrecy. I'm going to research this one very well before I blind myself with it. The wide, waxy leaves allow this plant to collect large amounts of water it requires. It is said that a person can be bound to secrecy. Okay, it's just superstition, that's fine. It used to be grown in the royal gardens so that the king could ensure the trust of his confidence, but the practice fell out of favour. Do you think it fell out of favour because that's nonsense? Alright, wide, waxy leaves. Thanks for yet again showing me no flowers. These are wide leaves. Veined leaves are a waxy finish. I'm liking that. I'm liking that for it. Suspect number 1. What about... Oh, that one's already labelled. Oh, what about this? Smooth waxy leaves. Would you also say they're wide waxy leaves? Because I would. It does... If you were doing a botanical diagram of this and you missed out the fucking bushy stamen thing, you should be fucking fired. So I'm gonna guess at this. I mean, she knows what it is, so she'll tell me if I'm wrong. Uh-oh. Oh, the rising dread is from me fucking up. Okay, so you can't harm anyone. Is it this? Really? Really? I mean, the thing I examined both looks like it and also fit the only thing it tells me about it. It literally only says wide waxy leaves. I can see that they're wide. The microscope tells me they're waxy. This one also has wide leaves that are waxy, but I just think you'd be insane to not show this part. Well, just trial and error, I just got to do this as well. Alright, the person who drew that diagram should be fucking fired. There's my letter. Oh, should I have opened that? It was sealed in a way that sort of guarantees its authenticity. We have failed in our duty as protectors of the forest. Our secrets have been stolen and the Ardo has been murdered. You will find us deep in Grisdale Forest, a mile from the lake shore, across from Torva. help us. Alright. I was planning to take a trip anyway. But let's label this thing first. What was it? I've completely forgotten. Alright, where was in the book, so... Mary's breath. So far, no one has ever asked me for anything I've ever identified before. Okay. Deep in Grisdale Forest, a mile from the lake shore across from Torva. Grisdale Lake could be that one. A mile from Torva. Oh, that's Torva. Okay, so it's this one. Let me just read it again. Find us deep in Grisdale Forest, a mile from the lake shore across from Torva. Let's assume the grid cells are miles. Oh yeah, they are miles. A mile from the lake shore. So I'm inclined to say that, because there would be more than a mile. As soon as I step off the road, two members of the Sisterhood step out and remind me that this is their forest. I am not welcome here. I try showing them the Sister's letter, but they tell me I'm in the wrong place and move me along without offering any help. Really? Oh, do you think they're talking about like the centre of the cell is a mile over? Have I lost my will to explore? Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm right, like... Personally, when I go to explore somewhere and I'm not in the right place, but I'm a mile from it, I just fucking walk over. I don't go home and take time to recharge my will to give a shit. Still not a clue. Alright, do I have anything else to deal with? Isidore Burbridge. I'm this close to reporting you, halfwit. The last plant you gave me made my skin itch furiously. I'll have your little shop shut down and torn to the ground if you don't make this right. With Butterdale and Meekdew? What is that? Ooh, should I poison him? I've become ensnared in my headphones. Okay, why don't you wear magnifying glasses to understand the UI? It's just like a fucking sausage and a hair clip. What are you talking about, mate? What does that mean? What am I supposed to make of that symbol? Okay, well we know what Butterdale is, don't we? Often found growing in clumps on valley sides, Butterdale has been used for centuries. Cure for skin rashes. This is one we unlocked. I suppose we didn't actually identify it. Leaves look like... oh no. What else has those kinds of leaves? I don't see anything. Oh, this does. Buttery scent, there it is. That's conclusive. Meekdew. The beautiful flowers, made up of many smaller florets, make this a sought-after decorative plant that's difficult to care for. Touching the leaves against bare skin will result in painful sores. Nasty. Why? Do you think this is either or? Because if so, I definitely want to give him Butterdale. I'm going to try putting Butterdale in there. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to choose. That is supposed to be or. Do you understand that? Oh my god, it's literally the words or. It's just in an incredibly tall font. A font so tall that an O looks like a sausage and an R looks like a hair clip. Jesus Christ, that's a strange font choice. Why did it need to be tall? Storian. Oh cool, results in insanity and death. Good to know. Alright, so my rising dread is from misidentifying plants. Fair enough. Oh, I got the... oh, I didn't need to end the day, I could have done the Sisterhood thing. Okay, well that'll be for next time. Should we just see what this card says? North of Hawkshead, east of Lowick, west of Rustland, south of Crinkle Crags. The book both fascinated and terrified her in equal measure. After studying it for some time, she reached a decision. She would never use the power she had discovered. She would hide the book where it could never be found. Oh, and I suppose I'm supposed to dig it out. Don't think that's a good idea.